Asians. I'm talking about Asians, Hispanics, Hindu, anything that's not got a brown hue of complexion or has a brown hue of complexion and it come from Hindustan and any of those other Indian Arabic countries, whatever, you know what I mean, that ain't got Negro behind them. If you were better, riddle me this, Batman. How come you defund our education, our schools? Anybody knows that if there's not enough money for the school to supply the children with proper books and stuff, they won't get the proper education. Why you took the equity out of our community? Anybody knows that if there's dilapidated houses and you create ghettos, it'll disrupt the mind, right? Isn't that what Hitler used in the Holocaust? Ghettos? It's psychological conditioning. But you saying it's a fair fight. If it was fair, why do you have systems placed such as Jim Crow laws, black codes? Why are these systems here? What will we need with them? Why did you have to change our name from Indian to Negro, colored, black, and African to African American? Can somebody riddle me? Why did you need mass incarceration? Sending black men to jail for petty crimes such as jaywalking, frisking them, planting drugs on them. Why do you need stuff like that? You say you're better, right? Well, if you were better, then why do you have to sabotage somebody? I didn't know people who were better than somebody would have to sabotage the people they're better than. I always thought the losers were the ones that did the sabotaging. Right? I thought that's how that works. Like, for instance, I use Mike Tyson because it's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, well, I forgot who he went up against. When Mike Tyson bit the other fighter's ear because he was what? Losing. He needed to sabotage. Or Nancy Kerrigan in the other one, when a girl took and hit the girl at the knee with the pipe so that she could lose the skating tournament because she knew that the other girl was a better skater. I thought the loser do the sabotaging. I never thought the person that was better did it. Because why would somebody that's better have to sabotage somebody that is a loser? I digress. Come on. This for all these white supremacists who think they better. Prove it. Prove it. Do something fair. For instance, Simone Biles, right? The most decorated gymnast of all time, right? Simone Biles, everybody in the world can agree, is an amazing athlete. Amazing. Very strong athlete. She's amazing. Amazing. Most people around the globe said she is better than everybody, right? They say she's the world's best, there go the word, best gymnast. Best means better. She's better than all the rest. She didn't say it. Everyone else said it. Right? You don't see Simone Biles being better, sabotaging other gymnasts to win. You do see her being sabotaged by all the losers because they discredit her athleticism. They mark her down where she should have been marked up for her difficulties. The loser is always the one sabotaging. Never quite heard of the winners doing that. The better people. Never quite heard that. So if you were better, why are you always the one to do the sabotaging? Why is it you doing the killings? Why is it you doing the oppression? Shouldn't it be the losers? Why is this table not turned? Since you're better, right? The better race. Prove it. Prove it. That's all I'm saying. Anybody could say they better. If you think you better than black folk, prove it. Show me with evidence to substantiate that. And this is not for every white folk. And when I say white, I don't just mean Caucasian. I mean Asians, Hindus, Hispanic, and Latinos. If you think you are better, prove it. If not, shut up. Take that back seat. You are never better if you have to go out of your way to obscure things to make you win. Never. Taylor Swift could never be Beyonce. Beyonce got real talent. Taylor Swift is a gimmick. Why do you think they need gimmicks? It is to obscure it so that you win. Can't win with talent, so we celebrate mediocrity. And please don't get me started on the educational system. Because the only reason why we have a lot of black children who excel in many things. Hi, we got doctors, clergy, certs, I don't want to hear that. But if we're going to talk about the educational system, let's talk about it. The only reason why white kids get into Ivy League schools is because most of them buy their way into it. It's not based on intellect. It's based on who you know. Why is that? Because it's obscured in such a way. And the only reason why black children are not always in these Ivy League schools is because the educational system was created for them to compete with people who really can't compete with them, who have to obscure the educational system in their... American history isn't real history. Not at all. The math that you learn, the way that it is worded, it's not in the way that we speak. It is obscured. Our educational systems are defunded. If you go to New Jersey, they don't even have money in their budget to buy notebooks. The teachers have to go out of their pockets to make loose leaf paper books, actual history books, mathematic books. They defunded the school so badly. They still redline our districts. They placed us in any type of garbage, shelters, housing. We all know that stability creates a better atmosphere for a child to mentally thrive. Well, what happens in the black community? It's over-policed. They put drugs in it. They put gang music on TV, so these kids idolize that shit. Black people have never created gangster rap. Jewish white man made gangster rap. Look it up. We did not come up with that. Rap was poetry. Look it up. Look what Run DMC and them used to do. It was never, even Tupac, it was poetry. It was talking about what was going on in society. It was never meant to be gangster rap. A white man did that. Why would you need that? Why would you need that? I got you one better. When the Black Panthers, who are not a hate group, look it up, they're the ones who made Wiccan Fan to help feed the fatherless. Whether they died through police brutality or mass incarceration, they were in prison. Look it up. The Black Panthers never attacked one police officer. That was a lie. They made that up so they have a right to go in and stop the movement for black people policing themselves in their own community. Because white man wanted his way in so that he can do what we are now seeing today and all these mass shootings of black men and women. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk on it? But you better. You better though. It's crazy how people use that word. It's crazy how people use that word. I remember my sister, I ain't going to say his name, her friend. I ain't going to say his race either. Well, he's Hispanic, so I have to say his race. And he said, oh, we the better black folk. And my sister got mad, and she said, ain't no way in hell. You can't be a better me than me. And he said, Hispanics are the better black. No, my sister said, no, you the non-scary black folk. You the one who feel like if you got pale hue, you a white man. And you are, because some of y'all ain't got a lick of us in you. But if you better, prove it. Show me how you better. Show evidence of what you are trying to substantiate. Show it. Because everybody seems to have something skewed in their favor in order to beat a black man. People compete with black people at their broken, and we still be better in a lot of stuff. But ain't it crazy that you compete with somebody who in there and you know I seen this video a while back with Hispanics and immigrants saying, how's it possible for black people can't say it's I go and say, how is it possible for black people to be in America and all this time and Hispanics and immigrants make it over them? Oh, I have an answer for that, but I'm gonna finish saying what they said. Then he goes, how is it possible? It can't be. He's like, we get it from the ground up too. We get it out the mud. Well, let me explain this to every immigrant who come over here to America. So that, and I'm gonna put this as possible layman form as possibly as I can to make you understand this. So when your parents, mother, father, sister, brother, and you, I don't care what year they did it, decided to come to America. When they escaped, what were they escaping? Poverty, I'm certain. Drugs and gang violence, right? Political dictatorship, right? Where the politicians were either funding the criminal activity, such as the gangs, or giving way that the criminal activity can keep going on through the gangs, right? Your family left that country and came to this country to escape that. Black people are living in a country where they're forced into poverty, though they fight their way back up. Their political dictatorship, because that's what that is, allows police brutality, mass incarceration, and also fund gangs in our communities. That's how some of these gangs have guns. Our government also supplies the drugs in our community. And then after supplying them with the drugs and guns, they go in and then arrest them for the very same thing that they put in their community. So, what your family went to escape and left y'all country for, to live in this country, black people still live in a country that is doing the very same thing your family escaped to live in our country for. That's why. Does that not make sense to you? Everything your family went to escape that was being done to y'all in y'all country that made y'all flee and leave is being done to us in our country. That's why. So before you start patting yourself on the back thinking that you some model as citizen and making it over black people because you're so great, that's bullshit. That's what they tell you at Ellis Island so that you hate me and think that because the desire for you to be better than me outweighs your humanity and make you not look closely at the situation. Somehow you think because you leave your country and come here to make a better life that you are better. But again, I always say this, and this is not to be disrespectful in any way. This is just to be honest. If you are better than us, why don't you stay in your own country with your own people where y'all all better and make it there? You're saying you're better. The proof should be in the pudding. Should you not be able to weather the storm in your own country and make it? I digress. So when y'all keep talking, when anybody think they better than us, I want you to take a good look at it if there's any validity to that. Because again, a lot of things are skewed for you to progress in America as an immigrant. I hope this is a each one teach one moment. I feel like this truly is. This is a each one teach one moment. This is for all of y'all that think the silly things that you think and then justify the evil that you do. I never said black people don't do bad, but I ain't talking about black people right now. We know black people can do evil. Duh. But it is no more than any other race. And nobody can ever say they better than nobody. That their race, I can tell you the atrocities of every society to make you undo your mouth. Can't nobody talk about black on black crimes because I can list historical and even to this day events of y'all of your own race killing each other. I don't want to hear it. This again is he who without sin cast the first stone, and everybody living in glass houses with a bucket of stones. Ready to chuck it at the next person living in a glass house. You get what I mean? Does this make sense? Stop telling yourself stupid stuff. Stop hating people without cause. Stop hating the truth. Stop lying and stop justifying doing evil. I'm not talking about a perfect world. I'm talking about things that logically just makes sense. This is Kendra with True Us TV. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye.